welcome back to another Range Rover 86 video, and in today's video we are going to be doing Range Rover 86 top 20 cars. Let's get started. First of all is the BMW XM4. The good thing about this car is that it's not massive, and it's not small. So, and also it's light, but then not light. It's quite heavy, but then not as light as some cars. Let's move on to number 19, and at number 19 is the BMW X5M. The good thing about this car is that it's got a bigger boot. It can put on more of a show than the BMW X4, so that's why I've ranked it number 19, not number 20. Now let's move on to number 18, and at number 18 it is the Audi RS Q7. The good thing about this car is it's bigger than a Q5, but then it's not as big as a Q8. So, and also you can get it in a 7-seater. So, and also it puts on a good show, and it's got a loud exhaust. Let's move on to number 17, and at number 17 it is the Tesla Cybertruck. If you live near people where they like to smash people's cars with sledgehammers, this is a good car for you. Or shooting bullets at your window, you will survive because it is one of the most strongest cars ever and the stiffest cars ever. So that's good. Let's move on to number 16, and at number 16 it's the Tesla semi-truck. As well as being green, so Greta Thunberg doesn't attack Tesla, it can pull a lot of weight, and Tesla say this is going to be the future of trucks, so that's going to be good. Let's move on to number 15. What will it be? At number 15 it is the Tesla Roadster. This is the Series 2 one, because it looks a lot better and it goes a lot quicker than the first gen, because the first generation doesn't put as much of a show as this one, but it can go very quick. And at number 14 it is the Bentley Bentayga in black. So it's good for like stealth mode because it's quite quiet. But then you can either get it in a W12 or a V16. So that's a good amount of cylinders for the size of the car. Right, and looking at it, it's not like it doesn't show like your status symbol like the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Let's move on to number 13. What will it be? And at number 13, it's the Lamborghini Urus. The thing with the Urus, it is built by Lamborghini, so more people want it because Lamborghini is seen as more, faster cars, and people look at it and like go, oh, that's a Lamborghini and I like it, so they're gonna buy it. So let's move on to number 12. And at number 12 we have the Bugatti Chiron, the most expensive car you can buy, which is roadworthy, and also it's the fastest road legal car, which is good. And also if you want to get one of these for very cheap, but then not as much as the big real thing and not the size of the real thing, go and get one from Lego. They do a good selection, and also they do the Lamborghini Cyan, Porsche 911, Land Rover Defender 90. Let's move on to number 11, and at number 11 it is the Range Rover of Velour. Again, once with my name, because that's where I got it from. And Range Rovers are just superb cars overall, and it doesn't look like some cars like the Nissan Juke where it's ugly, but then it can go very quick if you get the autobiography, and that's the nicest model you can get. Let's move on to number 10, and at number 10 it is the Range Rover Evoque. The good thing about this car, you get a small compact car, but then not a small city car where you're scared you're going to roll it over. When with this, it can go through a good amount of water, but then overall it can go anywhere you want it to go. Let's move on to number 9, and at number 9 is the Range Rover. The good thing about the Range Rover is some people think the Range Rover looks not very nice, but because it looks really nice, because it can, and also it can weigh up to 90 centimetres, which is nearly a metre, which is good if you like driving through ponds and rivers. And let's move on to number 8. And at number 8 is the Aston Martin DBX. The good thing about this car is that it might be in a new James Bond film. If you think it's going to be in a new James Bond film, leave what you think in the comments below section. But some people think that it's maybe not the sort of car Aston Martin should be making. But I think it is, because every other car company is doing it. So let's move on to number 7. What will it be? And at number 7, it is the Land Rover Defender 90 and the 110. The good thing about this car, you can either get it in a 3-door, 5-door. But the 5-door is 45,000 and the 3-door is 40,000. So I think I'd prefer to pay for 2 extra doors £5,000. But then the 110 is the first one coming out. So if you want one, the first one that's out is the 110, soon to be followed by the 90. Let's move it on to number 6. And at number 6, it is the Range Rover Sport SVR, not the autobiography. Some people say it looks like the Range Rover, but then the Range Rover is more of a high class car. When this is like, it's a sport, and it looks good. I think it looks better than the Range Rover. This is why I've put it at number 6. Let's move it on to number 5. And at number 5, what will it be? And at number 5, it is a Tesla Model S. It is very quick, because it can be a Lamborghini at a drag race against. But if you want a super quick car, I would recommend a Chiron, not a Tesla Model S. But then if you're looking for a green car and that's out now, go with the Model S. Let's move on to number 4, and what will it be? And at number 4, it is another Tesla, just happens to be the smaller one and the smaller brother, the Tesla Model 3. The good thing about this car is that it's small, compact and light, and also you've got as such no engine noise, so because there's no engine. And also, it's got a giant touch screen in the cabin. So let's move it on to number 3. What will it be? And at number 3, one of my all-time favourite cars, the Tesla Model Y. Even though you can't get it in the UK yet, but it is good. It's good looking. I find it's more attractive than the Model 3, and also it's more what's the word? It's bigger, so if you go over a speed bump a bit too hard, you won't scratch all your bumper up, which is good. And also, if you want something a bit bigger than the Model 3, but then not as big as the Model X, because you can't afford it, I'll go with the Model Y. Let's move it on to number 2, and what will it be? And at number 2, it is the Model X, with its worldwide nation gull-wing doors. The good thing about this car, as well as getting 2 boots, you can get it in a 6-seater, 5-seater, or a 7-seater. The good thing about the 6-seater, if you've got like a family of 4, it's good for you because you can just put the 2 back seats down, and if you have 2 kids, you can separate them, which is good. Now let's move it on to number 1, and what will it be at the top spot? Looking like it's a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, but some people say it looks like a London taxi on stilts, but some people say it looks really nice, and I'm one of those people. As well as having its scissor doors, you get an umbrella, but even though it costs £300,000, it is very fast. And also, if you want maybe like something with 5 seats, if you're like a family person, or if you want something with maybe a 4-seater for like businesses and like you have your own private driver, I'd recommend the 4-seater one. But then that's my opinion. And also, it's got an awfully large boot. And also, don't put animals in the back of it because they can die, because there's a glass screen between the cabin and the boot, which is good so you don't hear luggage. Right. Thank you very much for watching this video. This is by Range Rover 86. Goodbye.